This movie seemed doomed from the moment its first trailer dropped. Critics on Rotten Tomato are tearing it apart. Letterboxd is not kind to it either. Heck, my friends are tearing this shit apart.
What's up? Stewie is in Philly. What you want to say, Stewie?
This is garbage.
So I went into this with a mindset that this is going to be a train wreck on par with Borderlands. But to my surprise, for me personally, after watching it, it's not the disaster that everyone made it out to be. But who is it for? Let's break it down. The premise is wild as it sounds. Santa Claus, played by J.K. Simmons, is kidnapped from the North Pole, and it's up to his top elf and head of security, Callum, played by Dwayne Johnson, and the world's greatest tracker, Jack, played by Chris Evans, to rescue him before Christmas is ruined. The movie's saving graces lie in a few key strengths. Chief among them is the chemistry between Johnson and Evans. Calum Drift, played by Dwayne Johnson, is his longest standing elf, his top security guard, his compadre, the guy standing next to him every single time is to do things for Christmas, but he's grown jaded, he's doubting humanity, and he's very close to retiring from the Christmas game altogether. Jack, on the other side, has never believed in Santa or Christmas. He's questioned everything. He approaches his mission with a healthy dose of skepticism. Their constant back and forth and butting heads led to some genuinely funny and amusing moments that chill out of me. However, for this movie, every positive comes with a drawback. So Chris Evans is giving his all in this film. He's doing as much as possible to be as fun and as charismatic as he can be. Some of the scenes where he's just by himself are some of the most fun. But Dwayne Johnson feels totally subdued and it feels weird. This is not the charismatic, fun, funny, star-making Dwayne Johnson that we expect. Nor is it the capable, stoic badass that we expect from him when he's not trying to be funny. Instead, he comes off disinterested at times. There's a couple scenes where he does a really good job doing the comedy and the timing on that, especially in some of the Krampus moments. But there's a lot of times where he feels like he's sleepwalking through the film, which is unfortunate because if he gave a more energetic and more interesting performance to it that I've seen him do in other films, this could have elevated this film much more. One thing the movie does really well as well is taking Santa tropes, mythology, and lore and flipping it on its head. It's reimagining of these classic Christmas tropes really lead to some really funny moments, some moments where you really laugh because they changed the world elf or something that you know about Christmas. It means something else because this is like a wide world network and the government knows and all this cool stuff that I really wish they lean more into. And it really leads to some really cool action moments that they do and some of the funny jokes and kind of cameos from Christmas lore that you get to see throughout the film. Unfortunately, the movie leans too heavily on tired Christmas tropes. The movie fully embraced the unique ideas that they presented here about Christmas lore. I think this movie would stand out much more against the normal schlock of Christmas movies that we get every year. This movie costs $250 million, and it's a mixed bag because while it looks better than a lot of Netflix movies, because a lot of people felt like this looked like a Netflix film, I think it looks a notch above that. I do think that some of the VFX and some of the things that happens in this film don't look like it should have cost that much. And on the other hand, some of the special effects looked really good and convincing. I don't think I ever was taken out of the movie. I never felt like there was floating VFX heads. I never felt like there was a bunch of green screen around. It always felt like they were on set or like where they actually were. It didn't feel like they were in a green room and the environment wasn't real. And the practical effects are the stars of the film. The way the practical effects look throughout the movie, especially on most of the creatures, were outstanding. And it really was some of the best parts, especially the Krampus parts, which they really held down in the trailer a lot. The actor who played Krampus, all the creatures around him, was the best part of the movie. The actor did a wonderful job nailing the character and really elevated the whole scene that he was in. The biggest crime this movie commits is that it puts so many interesting ideas into the film, but settled on a script that felt like a tropey, basic Christmas film. It could have been a very unique film that adults and kids could enjoy, but unfortunately, I feel like the movie leans way more to kids than adults. That's who this movie is for. This is for kids. So if you are a parent or you are an uncle or a niece, or a nephew, or so you have little kids in your life that are like 8, 9, maybe 10, and you want to take them to the movies to have like a safe, fun time, they're going to absolutely love this. This is a type of film, if I was young and this came out, it would be on repeat all the time. I'll remember all the jokes. I'll remember all the lines. I'll remember every single thing as a kid because it's very, very entertaining for a kid. And I think adults that parent will probably get annoyed by because it's not going to be that great for adults to watch on their own. But as you get older, you reminisce about the film and start thinking it was better than it actually was. And then when you get older and watch it again, you're like, oh, this is good as I thought it was. But the plot is simple, the characters are colorful, and the pacing of the movie will hold young kids' attention. Like I said before, if you have young kids that you can go take this to go see this with, they're gonna have a blast and they're gonna have a good time. I would not say go and pay money to go see it by yourself, but if you have kids, take them with them. They're gonna have a great time. This is gonna be a really good Christmas movie for a lot of kids, but not a Christmas classic that makes it add to the pantheon of great Christmas movies that you'll add in rotation every year. So it does enough with its premise to stand out amongst the holiday schlock that we get every year, but doesn't do enough to get added to the Christmas rotation. With that said, I'm gonna give Red One a C. So the question of the day is really simple. What is your favorite Christmas movie? Drop all your comments down below and let me know. And you can watch more of my content right now.